600 years ago. A famous theologian said, "The hair is the richest ornament of a woman." The hair. Well, I lost my richest ornament in July of last year. I'm a chemo patient. And I have to say, my battle with cancer has been anything but easy. But I've learned some really big lessons from my illness. The biggest lesson is life is a limited one-time offer. And we therefore need to capitalize on that limited resource and not waste it. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, come with me to the beginning of my story. In May of last year, I went in for my annual physical. My doctor noticed that my stomach was hard and bloated. So he ordered a CT scan, just to rule out anything serious. A couple of days after my CT scan, my doctor called me. His voice was somber and solemn, a tone I had never heard from him before. "Nancy, can you and your husband come to my office today? It doesn't look good. There's a large mass down there." That phone call changed my life, and I have not been the same since. 2 weeks later, I had surgery at Good Samaritan Hospital. One surgeon removed a sizable mass from my breast, and another surgeon removed an even larger mass from my ovarian area that measured 4 inches by 7 inches by 8 inches. Roughly, the dimensions of this pillow. This tumor weighed almost 6 pounds. Crazy. I mean, I know I've always been good at growing things. Tulips, geraniums, roses. But I just never figured I'd be adding tumors to that list. Well, today, after a lot of surgery and chemotherapy, I am disease-free. And since life is a limited one-time offer, going forward, I want to make the most out of my most valuable resource. Wouldn't you? So, there are 3 things that I do daily, and I want to share them with you. 1, get rid of, or if possible, remove the negativity in life. A lot of negativity lives up here in how we think. Grudges are a good example of that. I remember lying in my hospital bed. I had a 13.5-inch incision that started from here and went all the way down. And I'm laying there, and all of a sudden, it hits me. This anger and resentment that I had been holding inside toward a family member for over 30 years, no matter how justified, was just not worth it. 2, live well. Employ your energies into the things that are meaningful and helpful to others. What's meaningful to me? A close connection with God, a close connection with family and friends, and creative expression. I neglected these things all the time before my diagnosis, but I do not neglect them now, and I'm all the happier for it. 3, be thankful for what you have. Appreciate what you have. Be grateful. I had a chance to practice gratitude in the hospital. It was right before my 2nd surgery, and again, I'm lying in a hospital bed. And I was so exhausted in every conceivable way. And this exhaustion was affecting my attitude, and I didn't want to go into the surgery with a bad attitude, so I thought I'd try an experiment. I chose to smile, I chose to look outside of myself, and I chose to talk to other people in the pre-op room. And like magic, I felt so much better. So much so that after my surgery, when the nurses were rolling me into post-op, I was bolstered up in the gurney and I was crying out, "Woo! You people rock!" Now, granted, I was highly medicated, but I was grateful. I disagree with our theologian friend, the one who said that hair is the richest ornament of a woman. I say a woman's richest ornament is her spirit and her smile. And I am so glad to be done with that wig. Life is a limited one-time offer. And so the question that begs to be asked is, how are we going to make the most of our most valuable resource? I propose that we start today and daily. Get rid of the bad, do what is meaningful, and be grateful. These three things will help to ensure that when our time has come for us to leave this world, our regrets will be few. Mr. Toastmaster.